back today with our special guest, Miles Barrow. You've probably seen him as a young Gustafson in the Netflix film Jingle Jangle. Miles, thanks for being on today.
Thank you, man. It's a pleasure. Thank you very much.
And you're actually the first interview on here that is the furthest away. So shout out to you for that. Yeah, we've never had anybody that far. So
moving overseas now, man.
Yeah, we're getting global now. Yeah. So before we get started into the movie, how did you get started into acting?
It was a crazy process, man. I think as kids we're always watching films. You know, we're always looking at these films for our information. This is where for me personally, I got a lot of my influence for like how I dressed, the music I listened to, all through film. You know, so I think it's quite embedded in me from a young age. But I actually studied dancing previous, and I was dancing for a few years, and then realized that that's not what I wanted to do, because I got told from quite young I was good at dancing. I never sort of chased it, you know. And I feel like when we are younger, we're told what we're good at, and it's like you kind of listen to that, and you're like, okay, cool, that's what I should be doing, because I've been told I'm good at it, without kind of trying to figure out the journey I want to take personally, you know. So when I was working professionally as a dancer, I realized that I don't have a love for this. It's not something that fulfills me. It's not something that I get like a gut feeling that this is going to be longevity for my life. And I have a lot of creative friends. A few of them were actors as well. And like I said, I've always been interested in film. And I was like, actually, I have a massive love for movies, a massive love for film, and a massive love for, do you know what I mean, just playing, you know. And I took the kind of leap to just completely stop dancing, change agents and stuff like that, and pursue acting. And you know, I've been lucky. I've been in the right place at the right time, and I've been around the right people. So, you know, man, and I made that decision about 4 years ago, and since then I've again, it's taken a lot of tenacity, but I've been lucky, man. It's been good. I'm grateful.
So yeah, you took a big leap, and here you are.
Yeah, exactly.
So on the film, I know that my kids and we had seen the trailer for it, so we were pretty amped up for it. And then we had watched it. We loved it. It didn't go the way that I thought it was gonna go. So the opening number in the shop, I was already starting to think like, okay, I already know what's gonna happen here. That's one of my problems. I like to try and figure out movies, and I was completely wrong, you know. So yeah, we loved it. We loved the thrill of it all, especially your character. How you know, me and my son were talking about this. We kind of had differing opinions, you know. They made your character out to be the villain, and I kept saying, yeah, but there's a reason, you know. Maybe he went about it the wrong way, but when you get pushed aside and then you feel like you've been ignored and people don't have time for you, sometimes you know, they take matters into their own hands. But yeah, the movie, we loved it. It was great, and that leads me into my question here. So when you signed on, and you know, there's all these other actors and actresses that are signed on as well, and now you're on set, how did you feel, you know, walking around? I mean, because you've got so many different people and styles there.
Yeah, it was my first feature film. This is my first like feature film, and for it to be this and to be on this scale, again, it's a crazy prospect for me to even comprehend, you know. And it just kind of, when I was there, it's kind of that manifesting what you want to do, and then you're in a space and you're like, wow, okay, I'm here. But it was quite overwhelming. I can't lie, it was quite overwhelming. But again, everyone was lovely, and I think you could tell it from watching it. You can tell it from the piece. Everyone had that kind of family aspect. Everyone had that kind of drive to really want to make this what it should be and what it is, you know. And yeah, on set, you'd feel there was a certain feeling on set. A lot of people asked me this, and I was like, I think this is going to be something special. I was like, I really do have this kind of understanding that this is, I haven't seen anything like this before. I haven't seen an original.
Yeah.
I don't want to call it a black musical because it's not. I want to get past that to just be able to call it a musical. But I guess it's got to start somewhere, right? So it being like a black musical written by David E. Talbot, who's incredible, and he's done a lot of films before.
Yeah.
But he's a playwright, so I think he understands a lot how stories should be told and what the message should be through those films. And I think it's transient when you watch it, and I think it comes across. I do think it comes across, and I hope it does come across to anyone who watches it. And, you know, and going back to what I was saying about me being a kid and watching films and looking up to these people and looking up to how I want to act. It's like 4 young black kids at 5, 6 even, when they're in that kind of brain capacity of just absorbing everything, to watch a film like this and to see this. I kind of wish it was around when I was younger. I kind of wish I had that to look up to, you know?
Yeah.
But man, yeah, listen, David was one of the best directors I've worked with. Like he really made sure everyone was included, like everyone. There was no hierarchy. There was no, you know, talking down to anyone. It's a really collective experience. And I think that can be it is unfortunate, but I think that can be quite rare sometimes, you know, because I think there's a lot of ego that gets involved. But it was special. It was special. And like I said, I think it comes across.
And then especially with the pandemic, Netflix has been pushing a lot of films and original TV series and things out. So I kind of felt like for you all, you guys were, like you said, in the right place, the right time, because not only dropping it during the holiday season, but just with everything going on, people need some cheer in their lives. And
exactly, for sure.
And the biggest thing I think we took from the film was forgiveness. You know, the music was great, the acting, but the forgiveness part of it, which a lot of people struggle with, myself included.
And patience, you know. Even for my character, when he grows older, he realized if he was just patient, he would have got what he wanted, you know. And it's time. And I think we're very, I don't know, this kind of generation, we want things ASAP, you know,
quick,
it's kind of quick fix, you know. And I think it tells that as well, which is a necessity.
And so, how do you think it's been received so far? Now that it's been out for a little while.
But I think I think a lot of people overseas in America. I think it's been received very, very well, very well. And I think it's going down very well over there. And I think over here, not that it's not so much. I think because it's America. It's an American film essentially, you know. Obviously, you got Edison played by Kieran L. Dyer, who was British, you know, but in its entirety, you've got these classic American actors, these like Forrest Whitaker, Felicia Rashad, you know, Keegan-Michael Key, who's huge. But in America, do you know what I mean? Over here, we can be, I think British people can sometimes be quite, what's the word? Not patriotic, that's the word, but do you know what I mean? Quite, if they like Chick Chick Bang Bang, for example, a classic British musical, you know? Right. It's hard for some British people sometimes to see past the Britishness of things sometimes, you know. But I think from what I've heard and my peers and people I respect, they've really liked it. And it's special. And it's only been out not even a month yet. So I think over the Christmas period, when people start watching it even more and sitting down over Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, Boxing Day, and then seeing it, then it becomes that kind of annual Christmas film that people watch. I think it's still got a way to go, and I think it's gonna just keep going.
Yeah, I agree. It's a special movie, and I hope people get around to watching it, because again, it did not go the way I thought it was gonna go, and I mean that in a positive way. You know, a lot of the movies that they dial out, you can just nitpick and you figure, okay, but this one it took me for a turn, and I really enjoyed it.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
So in your spare time, when you're not on set, I know that soccer is huge over there. Are you a supporter?
I used to play a lot of with football over here, isn't it? It's called football.
Yeah.
You guys call it soccer, but I used to play a lot of football. And I was quite sporty as a kid, very sporty, and I supported QPR. But then I went to support Chelsea. I don't know if you're a soccer fan.
Oh, yeah. I played soccer.
You play soccer, yeah. So I supported Chelsea for a while, but I used to chop and change teams. That's the problem. Whoever was winning, I'd go for. Not the best mentality, but in my spare time, listen, I love food. I'm a massive foodie, so I'll always be eating out or eating somewhere. I'll try like different restaurants and try different types of food. But I guess we will have to eat. But other than that, I'll be at the gym. I like to train. I think exercise is vital. It's absolutely vital just for people's mental.
Mm-hmm.
I never used to. I think I came from quite a physical background. And then I stopped it for ages, and then I realized how vital it is. And it's not going to the gym for like aesthetics, not being like, how do I look? I want to get my biceps stacked. I want to be big. It's literally just going and getting your blood flowing and sort of working out. And I think it's so important just to release those endorphins and release that, man. It's like, I think whoever doesn't exercise or finds it hard to take up exercise, just push yourself through it, because even if it's just a run, if it's just running around the block 2 minutes, it makes the biggest difference.
Yeah, I agree. So how do I word this one? So I take it you've probably been to the States a number of times.
I went to New York a few years ago, and I was in LA at the beginning of this year.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
So, what's the difference as far as like when you talk about food? You like to eat out a lot, maybe over there, and then you come over here. What's the difference? Is it worse? Is it some of it better? Do you prefer the food over there?
Food's universal. Yeah. Everyone, and I think again over here it's such a multicultural place. So I can get any cuisine, like any cuisine I like, and it's the same kind of in LA and New York.
Yeah.
And it's so. But I think these kind of like cities where you go to, you find all this food and you find these places, man. It's like, it's a beautiful thing because you can connect to people through food.
Right.
You can have conversations with people through food. And it's like, oh, you like Italian? I like Italian. Let's go grab an Italian. And then you're meeting people through just the love of food and the love of pasta and the love of, all these different things. So I think it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Who doesn't like to eat?
So what's been your favorite your favorite city so far over here that you've been to?
New York. Man. Yeah. I'd love to live there. I'd love to move there for like a year or two. Yeah, I can't move that far from London. I can't stay away from London. I'll always have to come back. Yeah. But New York, man, has my heart. Yeah.
And then I imagine too that obviously again the pandemic that kind of hurt the press in a way for the movie. Because usually, you guys would be out doing media and interviews like that. So probably everything's virtual now.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, look, there was Madeline Mills, who plays Journey in the movie. Incredible actress, incredible actress. And she's young as well, very young. Yeah. She's been doing a lot of stuff, a lot of Zoom. It's all over Zoom. It's all over, these virtual kind of, it's hard, isn't it? It's different because there's nothing like personal interaction and, talking to people. Yeah. There's nothing better really, especially when it's a press, like we're doing press releases and press tours and stuff like that. So they've done it like a lot more over there. But I mean, I don't think it's hindered it. I think it would have helped if obviously the pandemic was, lifted, or if we weren't in it, we could just do a lot more. But it is what it is, man, and you just got to accept it, really.
Just got to roll with the punches.
Exactly, man, exactly.
So 2021 is right around the corner.
Just around the corner.
What do you got going on for you? What are you working on, if you can?
I've got a couple projects. Got a couple projects coming up, which I can't talk about just yet. But I'll be starting those through next year. I'm writing a lot as well. I've got a business partner and we write a lot of scripts together. So we're going to try and get some of those made. We got our first short film shot last year under our production company name, Pestle and Mortar. So we're just going to be pushing that, and I think I was overly excited for this year. I was like, 2020, new decade. Come on, we got this. Yeah. Like it's a whole new decade. And then this happened. But I think it's just an alley-oop for next year,
I'm hoping. I've said the same thing. 2020's been bad, but then it's been good. So I'm hoping 2021 will just, even it all out for us.
Exactly. I hope so too, man. I hope so too.
So what advice would you have for anybody looking to follow a similar path to yours?
Patience. One thing, patience. And I think it's the knowing. There's one thing I say, it's the knowing that you're going to get rejected. It's the knowing that rejection is a massive part of this game and failure is a massive part of this game. And if you can accept that and just keep going and keep going, but you've got to want to do it. You've got to be militant. You've got to have a lot of drive. You've got to have a lot of patience, like I said. But understand that you've got to be quite you've got to be quite self-assured in your ability, because I think a lot of people, myself included, look for validation when you are acting. I look for validation. I look to be told you're doing a good job. But when you're auditioning all the time and you're getting no's, it's hard to get that validation. So you end up self-doubting and you're like, I don't know if I can do this. Am I good enough? And then you get that job, that one job out of 100 that comes through and you're like, okay, I'm good. Yeah. And it's kind of, do you know what I mean? It's like that. It's like seeking that validation through getting a job when that's not what you should do. That's not the case. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So I just say you self-doubt, it will creep in and it comes all the time. But if you just keep on going and keep on training and keep on top of it and try not to let that self-doubt seek in, because it can take you over. It's taken me over in the past, and just not wanting to do it, wanting to give up. But understanding your truth and understanding that this is a path you want to take, I think is probably the best advice that I've learned myself, and understanding that failure is just a massive part of this game. And, but that one successful job that you get, it will just open a lot of doors, and work breeds work. And also just be nice. No one wants to work with anyone who's got a massive ego. No one wants to kind of work with someone who's talking down to anyone. Just be nice, because people want to work with good people,
Reputation follows.
Exactly.
And I imagine for you that this feature film has probably already opened up more doors for you as well.
Yeah, we'd hope so. Again, we keep moving, we keep grafting, so let's hope so, man. Let's hope so.
All right. Well, I appreciate it, Miles. I really do.
Man, thank you so much. This
has been really good. Again, enjoyed the film. I told everybody to watch it. I'm trying to get my mom to watch it. She's a avid Netflix person as well. She'll watch it. She'll love it. But again, thank you. And I can't wait to see what 2021 holds for you.
Man, thank you so much. I appreciate you asking me on, man. Appreciate it.
And you're welcome. Thank you. And you're welcome back anytime. Anytime you want to come on, you've got a place on here.
Perfect. Thank you so much, man. Take care.
All right. Take care. Thank you.